The first day at Ridgeway High felt like walking into a storm for Amara Lewis. The halls buzzed with laughter, sneakers squeaking against polished floors, but her footsteps were quiet, her gaze steady. Her mother's voice echoed faintly in her mind that morning. "Keep your head high, baby. You're not here to please anyone. You're here to rise." She had moved from Atlanta just 2 weeks ago, and now she stood at the doorway of her new classroom, holding her books tight against her chest, pretending the whispers around her didn't sting. It wasn't just her dark skin that drew attention. It was her calm, confident silence. She didn't talk much, and that bothered the loud ones. At first, they just stared. A group of kids near the back whispered and giggled whenever she walked by. There was Megan, blonde, sharp-tongued, queen of drama. Then Jason, tall, arrogant, always smirking. His sidekick, Ryan, did whatever Jason did, usually worse. And Lexi, Megan's shadow, always filming, always laughing. It didn't take long for Amara to realize that she was their new target. They didn't like people they couldn't read, and Amara's quiet, unshaken stare was unreadable. The first few days they tried petty things, snickering when she answered questions, leaving gum on her chair. Once, Jason had accidentally bumped into her in the hall, spilling her notebook. Her notes scattered, pages full of neatly written formulas and quotes her late father had told her. When she bent to pick them up, Jason had leaned down too, whispering, "Careful, new girl. People might think you're trying too hard." His voice was smooth, but his eyes were full of venom. Amara didn't respond. She gathered her papers, straightened up, and said softly, "You're not even trying enough." That was the first time the laughter around them stopped. Jason blinked, surprised. He wasn't used to someone so calm hitting back with just words. He forced a smirk and walked off, but his pride had been hit. From that day, the tension grew. By the end of the week, everyone knew who Amara was. The quiet black girl who didn't laugh, didn't flinch, didn't break. And that irritated them more than anything. People like Megan fed off reactions. They needed fear, they needed attention. But Amara gave them nothing. Friday afternoon, the air felt thick. Rain clouds pressed against the windows and thunder rolled in the distance. The final bell rang, but Amara stayed behind to finish her science notes. The classroom slowly emptied, the noise fading into the distant echo of lockers slamming shut. She loved the quiet. It was the only time she could breathe. But today, that peace didn't last long. The door creaked open behind her. She didn't look up immediately, just kept writing, thinking it was a teacher. Then came the sound of footsteps, too many. She turned slightly, and her heart sank. Megan, Jason, Ryan, and Lexi stood there, blocking the exit. Lex's phone was already in her hand, recording. "Well, look who's still here," Megan sneered, tossing her hair back. The silent queen herself. "What are you writing? A love letter to your mirror?" Amara closed her notebook slowly. "Jason notes," she said evenly. Jason stepped closer. "You know, we've been trying to figure you out, Amara. You think you're better than everyone. I think you're overthinking," Amara said, her tone still calm. Ryan laughed loudly. "Oh, she's got jokes!" He looked at Megan. "Maybe we should see how tough she really is." Megan grinned. "Yeah, let's find out." Amara's eyes flicked toward the door, then back to them. She could feel her pulse rising, but she stayed still. Her mother had taught her not to show fear. Her father, before he passed, had taught her something else. If they corner you, make sure they remember why they should never have. Jason moved first, leaning over her desk. "You gonna talk back again, huh?" His tone turned mocking. "You think because you're from the city you're special." Amara's voice was low. "No, I think because I've been through worse. You don't scare me." That hit a nerve. Jason's smile vanished. In one swift motion, he swatted her notebook off the desk, sending papers fluttering across the floor. Lexi giggled, filming the whole thing. Megan crossed her arms, smirking. "Pick it up," Jason ordered. Amara didn't move. "You pick it up." Silence. That small defiance made the room colder. Jason's jaw tightened and he grabbed her shoulder. "What did you just say?" Amara stood slowly, eyes locked on his. The height difference didn't matter. Her stare was steady, almost frightening in its calm. "I said," she repeated, "pick it up." Megan rolled her eyes. "Oh, this is getting good." Jason's grip tightened. "You better learn when to shut that mouth, new girl." Amara's breathing slowed. Her body remembered what her father had drilled into her. Center your balance, control your breath, don't react first. Jason shoved her hard. She stumbled back but didn't fall. Ryan laughed, egging him on.
Yeah, show her who's boss.
Jason stepped forward again, and this time he slapped the books out of her hands. The sound cracked through the room. Lexi's camera caught every second. Ah, did that hurt? Megan taunted. Amara straightened, her voice low, dangerous. You're all gonna regret this. Jason smirked. Big talk for someone cornered. Lightning flashed through the window, lighting her face for just a second, and in that second something changed. Her expression wasn't fear anymore. It was focus, cold, razor-sharp focus. She didn't move yet. She let them think she was trapped. Let Jason step closer, his smug face inches away. Let Megan laugh and Lexi whisper, "This is gonna go viral." Let Ryan mock her accent. She let it all build until the tension felt like it would snap. Then, she spoke softly, "Last chance move." Jason snorted. Or what? That was his mistake. Amara's hand shot out before he could blink. She twisted his wrist sharply, a fluid motion, not rage, just precision. Jason cried out, knees buckling. She turned, stepped forward, and slammed her elbow into his shoulder, sending him crashing into a desk. The sound echoed through the empty classroom. Megan screamed. Ryan froze, then lunged at her, but Amara sidestepped, grabbed his arm, and swept his legs with a move too clean to be random. He hit the floor hard, gasping. Lexi's phone shook, the camera jerking wildly. "What the hell?" Megan yelled, backing up. Amara turned toward her slowly. "You wanted to see how tough I am. Now you're seeing it?" Jason groaned, clutching his arm, trying to get up. His arrogance was gone, replaced by panic. Ryan crawled backwards, stunned. Lexi stopped filming, trembling. Megan's lips trembled, but she tried to keep her pride. You'll get expelled for this!" Amara stepped forward. "Maybe, but before that you'll apologize." Jason spat weakly. "Not a chance." Amara's eyes narrowed. She kicked the leg of the desk next to him. The sound made him flinch. "Say it." He hesitated, pain and humiliation mixing in his voice.
"I'm sorry," he muttered. "Louder." "I said I'm sorry," Ryan joined. "I'm sorry too, okay?"
"Damn." Megan's eyes filled with tears. She dropped the mean girl mask, whispering, "We're sorry. Please." Amara stood over them, breathing heavily now, but not from rage, from release. Years of quiet endurance, of being underestimated, had erupted in that storm of movement. She looked at Lexi. "Delete that video." Lexi nodded quickly, her fingers shaking as she erased the footage. Amara turned away, picking up her scattered notes one by one, her back to them. None of them moved until she finished, her silence louder than any shout. She walked toward the door, stopping just once. "Next time," she said quietly, "remember, I don't start fights. I finish them." The door clicked behind her. For a moment, the bullies just stared at each other in stunned silence. Jason sat against the wall, clutching his wrist. Ryan rubbed his shoulder, still in shock. Megan sniffled, her mascara smudged. Lexi deleted every trace of what happened, terrified that even having it would bring Amara's fury back. Outside, rain began to pour heavily, thunder rolling in the distance. Amara walked through the corridor, her steps steady. The halls were empty now, and with each echo of her shoes, the weight on her chest lifted. When she reached her locker, she paused, closing her eyes for a second. Her hands trembled slightly, not from fear, but from adrenaline finally fading. She whispered to herself, "Dade, I did it." Lightning flashed again through the glass, reflecting her calm face. By Monday, the rumors spread fast. No one knew exactly what had happened in that empty classroom, only that something had changed. Jason and his friends avoided her now. Some whispered that she was dangerous. Others called her brave. Teachers noticed how the bullies suddenly became quiet, polite, even helpful. But Amara didn't care about the whispers. She came to school, sat in her seat, and focused on her work. She didn't need to prove anything anymore. At lunch, a few students she didn't even know came up to her. Kids who had once been picked on by the same bullies. "Thanks," one girl said softly. "You don't even know what you did for us." Amara smiled faintly. "Just did what needed to be done." As she walked away, her calm confidence felt heavier than gold. She wasn't just the new girl anymore. She was the girl no one dared mess with again. And somewhere deep down, she knew that was just the beginning.